What's up, guys? So right now I'm looking at Nasdaq, right? It's here's NQ on the left. We're down here, guys. SPX is down here. I don't think this my NQ here is updated correctly. I just want to double check. Yeah, actually it should be good here. But I see that Nasdaq futures are down 0.63% right now. So that's why I saw this earlier. It was down 0.4%, and I just want to make sure before I actually went ahead and streamed, because I just didn't know what was going on. But this looks like it's a continuation of the FOMC drop. We'll probably see whether or not it's tomorrow morning. Um, I mean, the Nasdaq is dropping like hotcakes. So essentially, with the Nasdaq, right, it's a tech index. Um, so if you're looking at the chart here on the left, it's Nasdaq, right? And you notice how usually, right, the Nasdaq usually it recovers. The bear, notice how the bear flag is always busted to the upside. The bear flag is always busted to the upside, right? There's no bear flag ever forming here, right? We break down and we double bottom on 200 EMA, and this was back in March. So that was the last big drop in the Nasdaq, and it dropped twice from here. Notice how the drops are getting more violent and larger as well. But this time we're below this pink line. And what is this pink line? This pink line is the 4-hour 200 EMA. So notice how we bounced twice off here, but now we bounced once here, right? And it's kind of like the bounce is dying, because usually look at the pink line here on the left, right? Again, I'll just make this a single chart. The Nasdaq usually bounces on the 4-hour 200 EMA. Here, here, and here. And it's right now failing to do so. It's failing more than once. Here, we went under and we pulled out, right, in April. Notice how the moving average is almost cross bearish. That's usually this 200 EMA, but this time we broke through, we bounced through. But unlike this time, where it bounced off the 200 EMA and went higher upwards, we're now going below it. So I think that's pretty curious to be observant of that. Notice how we bounced overnight as well. So we just gotta look at Nasdaq. I don't think my YouTube chat. I can't log into my YouTube right now, so just bear with me real quick. Right now, the Nasdaq is still down 0.6%. So I'll just go over this while the YouTube chat loads here. I'm not sure why it's not loading. I'm having technical difficulties right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to live with what it is right now. It's not the internet here is not that well. I'm sorry. So it might be just limited to just lower resolution for now. I think right now the resolution is 140. No, you see it streams at 720. Oh, it's better now. It's a little better now. It is buffering though. It is buffering a little bit. So we're just gonna have to deal with this. I'm trying to change up my settings for less viewer buffering, but I'm right now it's optimized for interaction. Load that and see. What's the significance? Cool. Let's just leave it on Nasdaq for now. Uh, so I also want to show you guys real quick Bitcoins. Bitcoins formed a lower low. So Bitcoins, depending on your exchange, let's go to BTC USD. Let's go Coinbase. Right? Bitcoins broke below 2,500. It's forming this lopsided head and shoulders pattern. It's bouncing on the 200 EMA here for Bitcoins. But you notice how we broke actually into below 2,400 here just now. Bitcoins were, I think, at one point down 12%, 12, 13%. I'm not too sure where exactly it ended at, but that's Bitcoins right now. It's getting slammed. Let's look at Ethereum. Right? Not exactly getting slammed. I mean, it's still down a pretty decent amount off 400, right? But still, it's getting a big drop here. It's pulling downwards, just forming lower lows and high, and right. Usually, you don't see lower lows forming. It's always lower highs or higher lows. Now you see this lower low forming, especially on this big wick. So how does that tie in with Nasdaq, right? NQ. How does it tie in with NQ? Well, first of all, virtual coins or tech. If tech falls, so does Bitcoin. Or Bitcoin falls, so does tech. Essentially, in my opinion, Bitcoin is the bubble of the tech because essentially it's worthless, right? It's worthless. But there's so much money flowing into something that's worthless. It's almost like you need to reset tech in order to find out its true purpose, right? So I think right now people are underestimating how big the bubble of Bitcoin has become. So where's all this money's just flown in just like that into this technology that no one really understands but buys because it's going up. I think that can call it the and all you do is buy this, become rich. Is that not 100% optimism? Again, things peak at full optimism. Just remember that. So what's my trade plan for tomorrow? Um, my plan tomorrow is to, of course, I got my precious miners, right? So I'm looking at gold right now. It's actually, um, so gold stopped exactly at the 50% retracement of the high. If you look at the highs and the lows here, connect the dots. The 50% retracement will put us exactly where we bounced today. So I want to see whether or not gold can retrace 50% from the drop from yesterday. So what is the 50% for gold? Let's check it out, right? The 50% retracement drop in gold's range today, right? It's approximately 1269. So I'm looking for, you know, gold might test $3 higher. I'm not too sure what the trend is gold. I gotta look at it tomorrow where it's going. Because right now, everything looks pretty ugly. But on the bright side, if you're looking at the weeklies for GXJ is actually green for the week. We're higher than when we opened in Monday, right? Or we closed on Friday, I say. I want to see that. I want to see oil. I'm not sure what oil is exactly doing. I have oil eventually going to 42, but there might be a bounce or two in here. Again, oil's highly volatile, so I'll just watch out for that. Again, a lot of news here. A lot of Middle Eastern news can snap at any time with this tension in Qatar and such. Also, do you guys read that like there's a special counter, like a special council put together for like Donald Trump or something, investigation to his possible whatever when he invited Comey to the private room. I saw that there was a like a special counsel, like F bomb pointed out Discord chat. So what's my plan for tomorrow? That's my plan. Let's go back over this again. Look at UJ as well. There's no life from the dollar or the USD JPY ever since that drop at FOMC. Right? Look at yen on the left. Look at dollar on the right. It has not moved. These are daily charts. Right? It has not moved. That's a 5-minute chart on the XY though. Let's see. Daily. Daily. There's a hammer, but right now you're supposed to see it's supposed to go up with the rate hike, but why isn't it? So ask yourself these questions. So let's go back to NQ. Slight bounce of Nasdaq. Um, there's a slight bounce in the Nasdaq. 56.41. Yeah. So what I'm looking for again is that every single time the Nasdaq hits the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, it bounces. It bounces or goes higher. But notice how this time we're actually breaking through this 400 EMA. Let me just try to see back at a time when we broke this. So it looks like it was back in November of last year, during the election. That was the last time we really dipped really hard. But notice Brexit, we did the same thing. We broke underneath 200 EMA on the 4-hour. And after we broke down again, we continued to go lower. So I think tonight I'm going to be definitely looking at tech. Definitely looking at tech. Definitely looking at Bitcoins, virtual currencies. Definitely. Ethereum's down 11%. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So here's the plan. I'm going to type it out in the chat. It's very simple, guys. So China's already been open for a little bit, but all the GC stuff happens around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm probably not gonna be up until 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a laptop right now, so I apologize for the quality, but uh, around 2 o'clock, I'm gonna be awake around then, and I'm gonna check on the price of the Nasdaq and see whether or not you know, it it bounces or not around the London Open. So tomorrow morning, hopefully we don't wake up to a black eye 1% down in Nasdaq. That would be pretty big. I mean, we're already down. What are we down right now? We're down over half a percent. A half a percent drop is pretty big, right? So what I'm looking at is the Nasdaq. What tech stock? Pretty much the Nasdaq's the index. So we're looking at the index in general. And remember today, Apple fell a great deal during the day after FOMC. If you guys don't remember. So I'm just wondering again. I don't like calling market tops, and I would call this market top wrong at 2400 because it went above 2400. But I would like to say that possibly we might be entering, a bigger retracement here in Nasdaq at least. Notice how the MACD are crossing back down in 4-hour. Let's look at the daily. So that pink line, I think, plays a crucial analysis in this. It usually should bounce after the first touch, higher. But right now you see it struggling a little bit. And notice how the one daily MACD has already been turned down. So guys, this is a quick stream, real quick. I just want to give you guys an update. I don't want to freak you guys out or anything, but half a percentage. The thing was is that when I looked at this a few hours ago, and I just wanted to confirm before actually streaming, it was actually being bearish because what happened was it was around 6:30, 6:40 before Japan even opened, right? And I saw the Nasdaq futures were down 0.40%. That's a big 0.40%. That's big, right? That's a big drop. Especially it's a dead hour of nothing happening. No markets are open. USA just closed. Everyone's resting until Japan. So it's very curious to see them selling off the Nasdaq futures around then. And when China opened, guess what? We dipped even farther. We dipped to minus 0.6% even from zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.6. So now we got to look to London. Do they want to dip this down another 1%? Right. Of course, we get the retracements, but it's just very particular to see Nasdaq not able to bounce. So I'm gonna look at SP 500 real quick. Right. So it's dragging down the SPX as well. SPX is at the lows of its day, from today, down a quarter of a percent. Pretty big drop, right? We might make it a night low here. Again, guys, watch out for the tech features. Look at Bitcoin for correlation. See if there's any correlation with gold as well. So here we're looking at gold on the right hand side, drifting higher and higher. Again, my target tomorrow, 1269. We're gonna if we break 1269 to the upside, this whole yesterday and today would have been, yesterday this whole week essentially would have been a no nothing week where nothing literally happens because the price hasn't really changed, but the price of Nasdaq has. Notice how bonds were still up today, right? Look at TLT. Look at oil. Oil didn't even move. Oil did not move. Right. Look at TOT. TOT up 1.5%. Let's go to the 50% retracement. 1364. Gap fill. That's my target. This is the play. So we're watching Nasdaq, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update overnight. This video is no, I'm not trading or anything. I just want to let you guys know this is happening. Again, I don't have anything new. You guys, welcome to pick my brain. I'm just gonna watch it here on my side for a little longer. So you guys are welcome to, ask me any questions. Well, here we go. This is Nas 100. This one should be it. Yep. So this is the Nasdaq features on the 15-minute, guys. So look the gains. Look at the gains where we erased. Where look how much gains were erased. Right, May. Right, 2 weeks of gains erased per much one day. So I definitely think this can go lower. That's all I'm saying. Because I think definitely knows Nasdaq can go lower. It's forming a bull flag. Let's draw out this channel real quick. So this is the critical point I'm watching. This is a typical bear flag, right? Breakdown point. We're testing it. We're testing the breakdown point. So let's do a measured move. Let's do a measured move. This is the measured move, aka how far it will fall if it breaks down. So if 5,500, damn, 55. That's what we're looking at, 55. And now I'm gonna draw a line here, and let's just. I haven't seen the data before. See if there's any support here. No, I haven't seen. That's a measure move at least. We're probably looking at to be this big. So we're looking for this area to be target for Nasdaq. So if you guys want to long Nasdaq, if you think Nasdaq is going higher, right here is the long channel. That should be the long. But notice how the MACD are just falling on the 1 hour here. So we got to look at this. If we break this, we're going down lower. I have CFD data. Do you want to see the Russell? I can do the Russell as well. Cool. Awesome. Let me get some water and stuff first, and I'll be right back. Sound good? Let me get some water first, and then I'll go ahead and look at the Russell. But I'm gonna keep the Nasdaq chart up for you guys. So that's a measured move. So actually, I'm gonna write down on my screen what happens. So I'm going to keep this up while I go to the bathroom, get some water real quick. Okay, guys, I'm back. I am back. It's like the most uncomfortable headphones ever. It's Let's see. Let's put them around my neck. A little better. Okay. So let's go to. So Nasdaq is falling even farther, guys. Holy shit! It's down 0.66%. S&P futures down 0.31%. S&P futures down 7.5. Nasdaq futures down 37.75. This is pretty big of a drop for Nasdaq overnight, guys. Asians don't really push the envelope like this, unless it's being supported by, obviously, the night algos. So, guys, it's breaking here, guys. It's breaking here. So just watch out. I might skip the Apple. Actually, I might skip the Apple analysis. I have Apple analysis tucked away somewhere. I can find that for you guys. But yeah, gold is inching upwards. Dude, gold might be at 1281. What if gold goes to 1281 when we wake up? Wouldn't that be a rig? Wouldn't be that? Wouldn't the game be so rigged if gold was 1281 tomorrow? I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything's rigged. I'm just saying. Is it coincidental that it falls so hard? I want it to go back up, but who knows? It could fall further tomorrow. Let's see. So I'm looking at 1270. Yes, 1270 on my CFD. That should be around 1271. For you guys on the gold contracts. The Nasdaq is really dropping for reals. So let me go over the Russell real quick. Oh my god, the Nasdaq is oh no, that's silver. Oh my god, I was looking at the silver percentages. Actually, the Nasdaq is falling down. It's down 0.7%, guys. This is actually real deal, guys. This is real deal. It is dropping hard. Let me go to the 5-minute chart for you guys. The 1 minute. This is dropping. We're at the lows, man. With the lows of today, this means like Apple's probably gonna gap down 1% tomorrow. So let me go to the Russell real quick. This is again analysis was done on the 1-hour chart. Right, this was done on the 1-hour chart. Let's go to Russell. No, this is not live data. Small caps are definitely not up. So double check. Oh no, small caps are down. No, that's not. This is not live data. So let's double check what the small caps. Small caps are down 50 or half percent. Small caps are down 0.5%. Oh, I want to tell you guys about China too. China's Hansen is down over 1%. The Hansen is down over 1%, guys. The Hong Kong market. China's down overall in general. So I don't know if China's dragging down the U.S. or what's going on. Um, China's dragging down a little bit here during Asian hours. Frank, I don't think I want to say $100 move. That'd be crazy. So let's go back to the Russell. I'm gonna find one live feed. I don't. There should be live feed here. Russell CBD TVC. Here we go. Here's the live feed of Russell. I found it. Ignore my volume also at the bottom because the volume I haven't changed that since the Nasdaq minis. Notice this uptrend has been broken on that. That's what I see off the bat. I mean, this honestly looks like it's going sideways in Russell. Ever since that pop from November, it's going sideways. We hit a new high here, but this megaphone pattern, aka lower lows, higher highs, it's not really essentially healthy. This 200 EMA, notice how it's like coiling around it. So I think we'll come revisit down here this 13 under 1400 level. I think. Right. So we have divergence here. Divergence. Divergence rulebook says whenever there's divergence, short the breakdown. White lines indicate divergence. Yellow line depicts a trend line, so we short this breakdown. So a technical short would occur right here. And where would the second technical short happen? It happened on the retracement to the upside. That's the first short. This is the second short. Right. So that would be a second short right here. So that's how you short. That's how you make money on divergence right there. Essentially, you find divergence, a lower high on MACD, a higher high in the price action. That indicates to me the divergence is bearish. So we're looking for a bear. We have the uptrend here, unable to bounce at the uptrend at this 1420 level. We're now down here at 1410. Essentially, the uptrend breaks. That's the cue to say act on your signal. Right, your signal is the divergence, and you act on it with the break. You short here, it retraces, and you short it again. Hence, short the pops. So, guys, I just want to leave you off with that. I'll go back to my Nasdaq chart real quick, but that's my Russell prediction that we're already in the breakdown mode. So either we go lower tomorrow, or we retrace and you short that pop. That's my prediction for Russell futures, Russell 2000. This is my prediction for Nasdaq. Once again. We got it. See, now notice now it's bouncing. This is a critical break, guys. See, notice how it's bouncing now? Notice how this most recent hourly candle is bouncing. So I'll show you the 30-minute right here. Right? Look at the bottom of the teal channel. It's bouncing a little bit. It has to. It's gonna be death here if it doesn't bounce, but it looks like it's. I think we might go sideways and chop sideways before the U.S. or the London. They're the dagger. So again, I'm never usually bearish, but it's been a while since I've seen unusual action like this in the equities futures. Usually it's quite kind of quiet. It's been kind of choppy sideways. What is my line here? I didn't draw any supports. I don't need to draw them on this one. This plan essentially just follows this. If we break the uptrend, aka lower bottom of the channel, it's breaking down below 5,550. There might be a retracement or pop to short it, but it's going to break down. If we break down after this, again, my analysis on 200 EMA on the 4 hour, right? So that's kind of like, that's kind of pressuring it down. It usually bounces on the pink line, but this is the first time really in a while that it's had to try it twice. It broke through twice. Well, technically it broke down 3 times here. Hey man, GFDFA, if you like this, just tell your friends, spread it on your social media, man. Just retweet my stuff if you got the time, and we can spread it. That's the whole purpose of my channel. All it's just marketing bullshit on other shit. I try my best to help explain at least my side of the story. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now, so that's why I'm like being very monotone, not very exciting. So I apologize for that. It's just that I saw this earlier. It was down, 0.4% the Nasdaq. I saw Bitcoins was falling as well, and those two are tied together. So tomorrow we might wake up to a black-eyed -1%, or we might wake up to something that's like it's flat tomorrow, and it popped up back to the close. Who knows? Anything can happen. Any more questions before I log off here? It's been a little bit, so I'm gonna try to get some rest here. I'm a little tired right now. So guys, um, I'm gonna I try to show again. Look for the Nasdaq stuff. I try to chart it. I'll have better charts up by tomorrow morning, and oh, I didn't know that, Synopty. Thank you for that. I think again Indian weddings or something. I don't know, but anyways, because India is like one of the #1 consumers of gold. But anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be on at 9:15 to 4 o'clock. I'm glad that you guys could tune in at least to just check out these charts. Once again, if you can throw me a thumbs up before I leave here, that'd be awesome. But just guys, watch out for Nasdaq overnight. Right now, it's down 0.58%, so it's a little bounce, almost like a .1 bounce off its lows. But just watch Nasdaq tonight. You don't even have to watch gold; just watch the equity markets because that's a little more important. Gold will move in the right direction if everything comes up, everything's right, aka equities might have to go down a little bit for gold to go up. I don't know because that's how the dollar can go down, right? Not to down, the dollars can come down now. I think everyone's expecting the dollar to go up, the dollars can go down, dragging equities with it. Bonds is telling for sure. Bonds is telling for sure.